It's amazing each time we get to listen to the Don teach. There are wells and wells of knowledge to draw from. Keen on gaining knowledge? Listen as the Don does justice to this video.
Mekalum is here again in your face. In this teaching, I want to start to tell you by saying to you that people are actually looking for who to believe in. People are looking for anchors to firmly fixate their beliefs. I shared with you a little bit of a story some time ago. So there was one Sunday that I didn't go to church. I had bought a book called Heaven Is Now. And so I went into my sitting room, brought out the book, brought out my Bible, and placed the book and my Bible on the table. I didn't want to go to church that day. And then I took a picture of the book and the Bible and I posted it online. I said, no church today. I'm just going to be at home alone by myself to read this book that I just bought and then study my Bible. It wasn't up to 5 minutes of making that post. One young boy came into the comment section and wrote something. I said, yes, it's not just okay. It's okay not to go to church every Sunday. You can stay home and worship God. God is in your house. You know, he said that in the comment section. Of course, what he said was true, but to a large extent, he wanted to fixate. He was looking for someone to fixate his belief on, and he found me someone as that person. What it means that maybe he has not been going to church all the while, and he was looking for someone to validate that belief system of him not going to church. By that post, did I say I wasn't going to church? I wasn't a church goer? No, I didn't say that. For that particular Sunday, I just wanted to stay home and study my book and my Bible. But here, there was a guy, maybe not going to church, never used to go to church, or intending not to stop going to church, and then he found me as an anchor to fixate that belief on. You need to realize the fact that humans are like that. Humans are looking for who to believe in. No matter how someone tells you that so nobody can influence me, people are looking for who to believe in. No matter their age, no matter their status in life, no matter the level of influence, they are still looking for people to believe in. They're looking for people for anchors, actually, to firmly fixate their belief. Have you ever read on Facebook, somebody makes a post, all right, and that post is like a depiction of something that you have had in your mind for a long time, and then somebody comes in the comment section and said, oh, I've been thinking about it, and then you see someone else coming to say, same, me too, you know. So it means that they've had these things maybe brooding over them in their minds or something, and then they found someone who now came and shared that thought, and that thought was in alignment. They found the individual as an anchor to fixate their beliefs, and that was why they came into the comment section to say, me too, yeah, I was thinking about, and all that stuff. People are like that. And so on this journey of being able to make money from what we know, you can also unite it, or you can also connect it to thought leadership. I'm a thought leader myself. If you are able to unite people into a certain set of beliefs, right, either by your words or your action, you've gotten into their souls and their hearts. I've seen this happen for me over a long time on this journey. So if you've been able to unite people into a set of beliefs, all right, by your words, by your actions, by the things that you do, all right, you have been able to win their souls. You've got into their souls, into their hearts. Sorry, I think I got something in my eyes, all right. His life will continue. So when you become a reflection of the journey that these individuals want to undertake, all right, to experience transformation in their own lives, trust me, you have bought into their souls, all right? You have gotten into their hearts. And that is the joy of what we do by virtue of being able to share our knowledge with the world, or the things we know with the world, all right? The key thing for you to understand is that people want to go from one point to the next point. And if you share knowledge that takes them from this point to this point, then means you've become a bridge that has led them to their aspirations, to their dreams, to their goals, to the yearnings, to their results, and perhaps to their destinies, if we can put it that way. All right. For you to be able to do that is by positioning yourself as an expert. And for you to position yourself as an expert is about you learning, you applying what you've learned, and you're showing other individuals. Simple. For me, I learn, I practice, I get my results, and then I show individuals. It's simple. That's what it is. That's the journey that I'm doing. That's the journey I undertake every day. I'm coming here to share with you and teaching you and sharing from you from the depth of my heart, my experience and everything. I'm learning and practicing. I'm getting my results, and then I am sharing. Simple. That's the journey. That's what we are here for. And people pay me as a result of the things that I'm doing, my activities, my actions, and my words, because I have become a bridge that takes them from the point of yearning to the point of realization. I have become a bridge that takes them to their goals, become a bridge to take them to their aspirations, to by virtue of the insights and the things that I'm sharing, I am doing all that. I'm taking them. I'm bridging that part of their lives. All right, I'm bridging that part of their lives that takes them from what they are desiring to the actual reality. All right. So if you desire right now to begin to truly commit to uniting people into a set of beliefs, it means that you've got to consistently learn, you've got to consistently apply, and you have to consistently show others. It's an ongoing journey. It's not something you show up today and to do tomorrow. You're not showing up next tomorrow. You show up and then you wake up and you come back again and you say, who missed me? Oh, nobody missing you. Nobody missed you, bro. Nobody missed you, sister. You've got to be able to show up and consistently learn, apply, and then show others the way. That's what it is. And so for you to be able to be noted and seen as an expert, it's all boils down to communication by virtue of what you're sharing, utilizing your platforms. And what can you share? I'm going to share with you. This is the basis of this conversation. All right. What do you share? You share your stories. Every day of our lives is a day of writing a story. From the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment that you sleep, you find out that by virtue of your actions, the antics, the people you connect to, where you visited, what you've done in the office, the book you read, the action you, the food you ate, stories all through. Telling stories. I tell stories a lot. Stories about my kids, stories about my wife, stories about my employees, stories about my business, stories about my customers, telling every day. Every day, we find out that our lives are surrounded by stories. All right, stories, and those stories make up the experiences that we experience, things that we experience on a daily basis. Right. So I was in a cab going to my office. All right, and I realized something that just came to me when the driver was about to stop. You find out that in the city where I live, is a skill to tell a driver when to apply his brakes. Most of the cab drivers that are public, their brakes are not so good. And so they have to take some time to apply the brakes for the car to stop at a particular point. So if you're inside of their cab and you know that you're going to drop maybe 10 meters ahead, you've got to be able to have the skill to estimate, to know when to tell the driver to stop. Else, you find out that the car will take you beyond your destination or where you're supposed to stop and then stops and then you have to start walking back again. So it just occurred to me because I was in one of those public cabs and my office was in front. I needed to stop there. And I just made an estimate because I watched the driver, how his cab was stopping other individuals. And I realized that there was some form of deficiency and I needed to know exactly when to tell him to stop. And I did that. And then he stopped exactly in front of the gate to my office. And then I wanted to write it on Facebook. I said, the ability to know when to tell cab drivers to stop you is a skill that everybody in the city has to learn, right? So that was an experience for me. As simple as it was, if I had shared it on my timeline, I know that a lot of individuals would have identified and related with that particular experience because I know a lot of individuals are experiencing it. All right. Conversations with friends are the things you can share. New discoveries. What have you discovered newly? Your failures that you've experienced, the successes of your life in your business, in your personal brand, family antiques, for example. I know. So I got back home very late one night, and even though I ate a late meal, I found out I saw my daughter, the Chisom, my last daughter, the last key. She was sweeping. It was unusual at that time of the night. It was about 10 p.m. She took a broom and she was sweeping and sweeping real good, real well. It was like, okay, so I began to, oh, Chisom, you're the best girl in the world. You're amazing. You're awesome. You know, for her, I didn't know that something had really happened to make her to. It was by morning when I had woken up in the morning and I was sitting down with my wife and we're having a conversation and Chisom came out and demanded for money. And my wife looked at me and said, Imagine she's just waking up and the first thing in her head was to demand for the money. I'm like, why is she asking you for money? She said she had she had incentivized her to sweep that last night in exchange for money. So all my hating was just for nothing. I thought she was doing it from her heart, but meaning it just it just proved to me that she was given an incentive, all right. And my wife, I told my wife, of course, you've given her. If I promised her to give her the money, so you got to give her the money, and she gave her the money, right? So I mean, I shared the story, and people connected to it. Oh, amazing, awesome! So you got a lot of things to share from your family antiques, okay? Things that have worked for you, strategies that have worked for you, you can share. All right. Your thoughts about futuristic events you can share. All right. When you share these things, all right, that I've identified that I've shared with you right now, it shapes the perceptions of your work. It will shape how people perceive your work. It will shape how they believe your brand. It will shape the acceptance of your offerings and people's investments of their money into what you offer that can aid them on their own journeys. All right. So you need to realize that these things that you share on your platforms, all these things I've listed, stories, experiences, conversations, new discoveries, failures, successes, family antiques, workable strategies, futuristic events, these things shape they shape the perception of your works, number one. They shape the believability of your brand, number two. They shape the acceptance of your offerings, number three. And then they shape people's investment of their money into what you offer, right? To aid their own future. Okay. And so when it comes to platforms and sources through which you can communicate extensively about you and your works, I'm going to share with you a few. All right. There are blogs. You can have your own blog, or you can blog on other people's platforms. Okay. There's social media. I've mentioned this extensively. There are collaborations with other people. There's WhatsApp status for you to share and expose. There are podcasts. I mean, podcasts are amazing right now. All right, amazing, very beautiful. People want to talk. I mean, the generation where we are right now is the generation of expressions. People want to express themselves. All right, they want to be given the liberty to express themselves, and so podcasts are those means, all right, of expressing themselves. And people do podcasts from their rooms, from their offices, just set up studios, and then they just express themselves. So you can use podcasts to be able to share yourself, share about your brand, all those things, right, that I mentioned. Emails, paid ads, physical tours, okay? I list them again: blogging, social media, collaborations with others, WhatsApp status expositions, podcasts, emails, paid ads, physical tours. These are the ways that you can be able to do to express yourself, all right? So a combination, you can combine any of the above. A combination of the above, when utilized intentionally and extensively, can get you amazing results. All right. There can be a combination. So for me, I do social media and do collaborations with other people. I do WhatsApp status expositions. I do podcasts. I do emails. I do physical tours. These are the things I do, a combination of these things. And when you use them, when you utilize them intentionally and extensively, you can get very amazing results. All right. So finally on this, you've got to be able to create content and publish content consistently. All right. You've got to be able to create content and publish content consistently. You've got to be able to create content and publish content consistently. Content demonstrates the content that you create, they demonstrate your competence and dependability. So, in very simple terms, it shows the world that you are good at what you do and that you should be trusted to deliver when called upon. So, it demonstrates your competence and shows the world in simple terms that you're good at what you do and that you should be trusted to deliver when you're called upon, right? You can write if you love to write. You can do videos if you love the camera. That's the way I'm doing videos right now. You can do audio formats. There's no excuse whatsoever. If you don't want your face to be seen, you can do audios. If you don't want your voice to be heard, you can type, all right? So, but I advise you to utilize all forms. You should do audios, you should do written content, you should do video content. And when we speak about, I always have ways of sharing Okay, I can't find the resource. I wanted to share with you a resource that can help you when it has to do with content. Maybe you have to look out for another video of mine, a piece of a resource that can help you when it has to do with creating content consistently. I couldn't find it. I kept it somewhere on my desk, but I can't find it right now. All right. So watch out for other video teachings of mine, and I'm going to share with you in those of videos the materials that you can use. But I think I have one with me right now, but it doesn't really extensively talk about how to grow a social media audience that gives you money. But I have one right now with me, and this is something that I got as a gift. 1 million followers. All right. This book, How I Built a Massive Social Following in 30 days. Okay, 1 million followers. Okay. It's very beautiful reading, written by Brendan Kane. All right, Brendan Kane. Okay. So growth hacks for your business, your message, and your brand from the world's greatest minds. So I have a whole lot of materials that I usually like to stretch. It just got to my mind to share with you. But I think this would do amazing. Okay. Okay, so my son has gotten to me. So here is it. So we've got the two resources now. All right. So 1 million followers, how I built a massive social following in 30 days. And this one by me, Omeka Nobis, how to grow the social media audience that gives you money. Okay. This is it. How to grow a social media audience that gives you money. So you can for me, I have the two books, so you can get the both of them, teaches you how you can create very good content. All right. So if you want to get across to them, there's content around this video. If you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching me right now on YouTube, okay, so you can get access and purchase them. But this one, you can get this one right on Amazon, but this has to be directly from my company. So reach out and you can get a copy for yourself. Okay. So as usual, I tell you, live your best life always. Ciao.
The dawn for a reason. I'm sure you were as blown as I am. I've got good news just for you. Subscribe to Omeka Nobis YouTube channel for more insightful teachings.